So, everybody, welcome to the second episode with Jeremy. And we are bringing everybody from the car environment into a more formal sit-down environment. We found it allows us to have a different kind of conversation. It's been pretty cool. Yeah. It is the day after Labor Day, so hopefully yesterday was laborious for you.
That's right. I did have a meeting with my partner, so.
Life partner or?
Business partner.
Business partner. Yeah. Tell me about it.
We are just kind of, we haven't officially signed anything yet from when we started, and so you weren't at the mastermind. So,
yeah, I was. I think I was in Dallas.
Yeah, so just kind of bit the bullet, and we're having the hard conversations about what we did and didn't expect. So, yeah, we're getting down to the nitty gritty on things and just having some hard conversations, and it's actually given me a lot more headspace.
Ooh.
So it's good. I mean, it's hard. It's good. He's a friend of mine. I want to bless him. He wants to bless me. We both want to see each other succeed. So just got to figure out what that looks like.
Yeah, let's get in. Can we get into this?
We can get into it a little bit. I don't know how many people are going to see it, but yeah, well. Sure. If there's anything I don't want to talk about, I'll
Just
start trying, and then we can move on.
Yeah. No. Okay. So look, I think this is one of the most important parts of business, right?
Right.
One of my favorite people, I think his name's Dan Pena.
Yeah.
He talks about how these people like Musk and Zuck and Tim Cook or the guy before him.
Tim Cook?
Oh, Apple dude.
Yeah.
Cancer guy.
Everybody loves him, but he was
Steve Jobs.
Everybody, yeah.
Right? But he talks about how all of them are very hard men.
Right.
And they all get these books written about them about what assholes they are. But his point is, right, is that there comes a point to where you have accommodated people and restrained yourself and tried to be polite and nice and patient and tolerant.
Right.
And guess what happens if you remain that way? You fail.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
Right.
And so all these people that have gotten to a point to where they actually accomplish stuff are considered to be very hard individuals.
Yeah, but is it hard, or is it they just know what they want and they communicate and move towards what they want?
Well, the problem is we live in a society where direct communication is considered to be aggressive.
It's the Midwest, though.
It's not. I assure you, it's not just the Midwest. Okay.
We get a lot though in the Midwest.
We do. And so I think all right. So one of my favorite things about business.
Yeah.
Okay. I have this analogy. I believe most people, not most people, I believe half of America, maybe more, are falling out of an airplane.
Okay.
And on the way down, they're screaming, bitching, complaining, griping, moaning about all the injustices of gravity.
Okay.
Gravity's racist. Gravity's sexist. It's misogynistic. It's homophobic. Right?
Okay.
And eventually, no matter how much they bitch and scream and yell, they splat on the ground and they're dead.
Okay.
Now, if instead they took their opinion about gravity and chucked it out the window and acknowledged that gravity is what it is,
right,
and they started to understand the principles of gravity,
right,
and the forces in that could affect gravity and counter gravity, they could have built a wing, a parachute, hot air balloon, whatever. And within the world in which gravity exists, they could have been successful.
Yep.
But they'd rather bitch that it's racist, sexist, homophobic,
right,
anti-short people,
right,
whatever your thing is that you're gonna blame everything on, right?
Yeah.
And so the thing that I love about business is that business doesn't care what your opinion is.
Okay.
You can think you're the greatest product in the world. You can think you're the greatest salesperson in the world. You can think whatever you want to think. But like gravity, the reality of what your business is operating in will not care.
Yeah.
And so you can either pull your head out of your ass and acknowledge reality, acknowledge gravity, and start to work within the confines of it and change and adapt and mold yourself.
Right.
Or you can fail. You can hit the ground.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of times as people, we're riddled with conflict avoidance, with wanting to be nice, with wanting to be liked.
Yep.
Right? And so we avoid difficult conversations. We avoid holding people accountable. Mm-hmm. One of the most profound moments of my life was within the last year. I was meeting with my therapist, and I was telling her about some issues I was having here at work with my staff. And she said, describe to me how you handle conflict.
Right.
And I did. And I was so prideful of my ability to handle conflict. And I describe it to her. And she just pauses and she looks at me and she goes, nowhere in there did I hear you.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I realized I didn't know shit about conflict management or whatever the word was.
Yeah.
I was in conflict avoidance. Yeah. Because by not putting me into it, by not inserting me into it, all I was doing, I'm validating them, I'm listening, I'm making sure that even though I'm the boss, that I care about your opinion.
Right.
Right? But how can that be authentic and believable if I'm not inserting my own opinion, my own desires, my own, right?
Right. It's your business.
Of course, and everybody knows it.
Right.
Why am I acting like it isn't?
Right. And there's kindness, and then there's just acting like it's somebody else's business. Like that's not.
Yeah, yeah. And so I realized, like, I'm not doing conflict management. I'm not actually doing. I'm just trying to make them feel good to end the conversation, so I can move on with something.
Right.
And so here you are, right? How long have you needed to have these conversations with your partner?
Probably since the beginning, and
Are we talking about like the book of Genesis beginning, or
that's right? That's right.
Like a year ago,
10,000 years.
10,000 years ago.
Or hey, yeah, since the beginning of the business.
It's like
in November,
a year, 2 years.
This is stuff that because of how we.
And which business? We're talking shades. We're talking doors.
One day doors. So because of how we acquired it, and it was kind of a chaotic transfer. How we acquired it, how we communicated about it. It just wasn't clear to him, and I didn't have the tools, or he didn't have the tools for us to be able to sit down and say this is what it needs to be, and we needed to have it from the start. And I don't know what it would have looked like or not looked like if we had done it at the start, but I know it's a really, really personal relationship, and
Well, you said he's a good friend, your best friend.
He's a good friend. He's a good friend. Our wives are friends. Our kids hang out. They play together.
Yeah.
6-year-old kids. And it's interesting. I'm just realizing though that what it is. It's okay to want something for yourself, which is like.
Yeah.
Just a dumb. Like it sounds.
Isn't
dumb
it? No.
Dumb to say that now because I've realized it. And to be able to value, even just saying yes to a proposition like that has value, even monetary value to yes, to I'll do it. So yeah, and it's there's a weightiness to it. I don't. I wouldn't say guilty or heaviness, but there is like a seriousness to admitting what you want and then realizing what has to happen and what has to be sacrificed in order to move towards that. there's something very serious and real and good about it.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I'm moving towards.
So let me ask you a question. Do you ever find yourself in a situation where you're affording the other person?
Right. Yeah. And there's that kind of happens a little bit. Yeah, I do. I appease, if that's what you mean, affording the other person.
Well, without it being reciprocated.
Right.
Right. And then at some point you have to ask yourself, right? Like, people think they're friends. Right. But all right. So one of my, like, the people that I value the most, right, will stand out in some way or another. Right.
Right.
Especially when you own a business, and depending on how successful you are in comparison to your peers, quite often there's an imbalance. I've watched someone, when I first met them, pay for everything. And you see this all over the place, right?
Yeah.
This particular individual, they're always going out to eat, huge groups, 15, 20 people at a time. No one would ever step up and even chip in to cover the bill.
Right.
Are you insane enough to believe that those people are your friends?
I had my wife's grandma passed away earlier this year, and we're at the visitation, and we go out to eat afterwards as a family, and I kind of disappear to pay for the check, like just silently trying to make a big deal out of it. And then I come back, and my sister-in-law's like, "Oh, what did you do? Did you tell him it's my birthday?" And I was like, the whole thing is everybody gets all riled up. Oh, what's gonna happen? And I was like, no,
yeah, like, you're trying not to draw attention. She draws attention to it.
I was like, oh, I pay for the check.
Yeah.
But it is, they pay for the check every time we go out.
Yeah.
Like,
so you're just trying to.
It's my in-laws. It's, this is an emotional night. I want to make sure that they know we support them. And it's just a nice thing to do. And then all of a sudden it's.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Another friend of mine's got a boat out Lake of the Ozarks. Everybody comes out on it.
Yeah.
I'm the first one to have ever filled up the tank of gas.
Oh, there you go.
That really made me question how many times I wanted to go spend the weekend out on the boat. I'm like, holy cow.
It's not like regular gas?
Oh, my goodness. It's $1,000 for the weekend.
Oh, hey. Wow.
But that guy's footing the bill for the gas and the boat.
Right.
And we're all mooching off of them.
Right. You guys bring the beer, though, right?
Yeah. Way to contribute. But no, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, if you're in business, you think somebody's your friend, right?
But if you don't express what you want, they don't have the opportunity to be your friend.
No, correct. Absolutely correct. And this is one of the biggest mistakes I think we make as people. It's so hard to allow others to do for us. Especially when you're a guy who owns a business. Your every waking minute of your day really is providing and taking care of everybody around you.
That's right.
Right? And I think our lack of ability to allow others to do for us ruins our relationships.
Yeah.
I think it creates an imbalance, and it turns to people taking you for granted, which they didn't want to, they didn't mean to. We put them in a position of doing it.
Right.
And then I think it turns into resentment on our part, and it wasn't them, it was us.
Right. I'm also in this whole process, I'm learning so much about communication. But I actually even had a meeting with somebody this morning who owns a window treatment company and wants to sell as well. And he says, yeah, my cousin has a little one too, and he'd be interested in looking at it. And he just wants, basically referral fees. It's an interesting idea because it wouldn't be anything out of my pocket, it would just be.
Yeah, you just would pick up their client base.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
We'll just always send them to you. Yeah. Because so much of that business is the person, right? They trust him. Yeah. So they call the same number. If I bought the number and they get somebody else, to be like,
who is this?
Yeah.
Well, you just need to put all of his phone into all of his voice into AI.
That's right.
And have AI answer the call.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So in this conversation with your friend, was he open to it?
Yeah. it was just kind of a rough start. I just came in and said it needs to be some kind of buy-in for the partnership because he's getting paid for his work. And yeah, I don't know. There's just so many people that know us together too. I don't want to get into too many of the details on everything, but it just, yeah, we're finding clarity, and we're, I'm just learning so much around it.
Okay, all right. We'll move on to a different topic because I like, to me, this is like one of the best topics of all time.
I know.
I think so many people. I mean, I've gone through so many business partners, and I consider them all my friends.
Right.
But I've had to cut every single one of them out.
Yeah.
Right. It's a hard thing to do.
To me, it feels like and it was just a different expectation for what partnership means.
Yeah.
And you don't, but you could say, yeah, you're on board even at the beginning. And then 8 months later, it's like, I'm realizing that what you meant was this and what I meant was this. And we said the word partnership, but we really meant
two different things.
Right. And he wants somebody to be able to work with him full time is really when he was excited about that. And it's like, I love spending time with him, but I'm just not able to do that.
Yeah.
I just know in my soul I just wouldn't have wanted to do that ever. So I don't it's communication.
Yeah.
I say tree, and you could be thinking of a pine tree, and I could be thinking of an oak.
Yeah.
And we think we're communicating, but sure, they're trees, but we didn't have.
Yeah, it's one of the best quotes, right? Is that the real problem with communication comes from the fact that we think we have.
That's a good one.
Confucius say.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, so you've started the process of communicating, gaining clarity.
Right.
You guys are best friends, so I'm sure you're going in it with the intent to remain that way.
And it's totally a blessing. He's been very gracious and awesome, and it does feel like a blueprint though for what I am getting set up and wanting to do in the future. So,
ooh, sweet. Do tell.
I really just hashing out the details of what a partnership looks like and what a partnership I actually want it to be able to put that on a piece of paper so that the next time somebody comes up and says, hey, I have this business, I can just go, this is what I'd want it to look like.
That's smart. Yeah,
This is what I want it to look like. And there's so many people. I have 3 businesses in my mind right now of people, well, 5 now because of Bob this morning, that are just interested in selling and moving on, right? What do they call it? The $20 trillion wave or something coming in from the
yes, it is
retiring.
Yeah.
The Xers or even the older Xers are kind of thinking about it themselves. So
yeah.
I'm in a good spot.
I think I am an X.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think you're an X.
49.
You got the look.
Yeah. He's got the look.
So, I don't know. I'm stoked for
I like to think of myself as a triple Xer, but
Yeah. Like the wrestler?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So, and I know you've said it before, you want to have multiple businesses that are self-operating, right?
Yeah.
You've said you don't need a lot from any one of them.
Yeah, and whatever that looks like, whatever responsibility or risk they're willing to take on depends on what I would get out of it, right?
So what makes you think that that's like your path? That's what you should be doing.
So there's a verse in Isaiah about a king being a tree that a lot of animals can take shelter in, and how the Lord's established that. And when I first read that, it just felt like I want to be a shelter that a lot of people can provide for their families for. Like they can take shelter in that tree structure. And so the pieces are kind of starting to come together just right now I just turned 40 a couple months ago. So where I can actually see how that would work outside of just one business. Or I still don't want to like say this is how it has to be yet. I think there's more clarity coming. I've been spending a lot of time thinking about how I've been made and what I want to do and what my calling is. So, but yeah, I want to be able to weather the storm of whatever's coming and help others to weather that storm. So I don't know that there's a storm coming, but I just want to create stability.
There's always a storm coming.
There's always a storm coming. That sounds like a trailer right there. There's always a storm coming. But we're backseat bones, baby.
As he looked out over the horizon.
Yeah. Riders on the storm.
That's right. Yeah, no, right? So I love that. I had a really amazing day yesterday with my girlfriend, and I was talking about like I view my views on certain things, particularly around masculinity.
Yeah.
And then a lot of this has to do with too how I was raised, the religion I was raised in. I believe the closest, and I know there's going to be a lot of people that argue with me from a religious standpoint, but I believe the closest a man can ever get to being like God is through owning and building a business. It is the most taxing endeavor you will ever engage in. I think marriage is equally difficult, or it can be. I don't think it should be, but I think it can be equally as difficult. Right. But it's not as difficult as cross as broad a swath of areas of your life. Like business, to own a business and be successful as a business owner, you have to be a mentor, a leader, a manager, a teacher, a salesman, a bookkeeper, an accountant, an attorney. I mean, it's endless, the roles, the hats, and it is a constant evolution of who you are as a man. But I don't think a man has any limits. In fact, the more a man does that's in his masculine, right, the more he's capable of. Right. And I'm not saying, and the same could be totally true for a woman. So I'm not saying this is exclusive to men.
I'm experiencing that. Yeah.
Right. There is no limit. To what you are capable of as a man. There is no limit to how big that tree can become. There is no limit to the amount of animals that can take shelter within your tree. Right. And the more of it you do, the more of it you become capable of. Right. Right? Right. And I think it's an incredible thing to pursue. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about it that changes you, even just admitting what you want.
And admitting it without apology. Right. Because like you said, it was hard for you to say, this is what I want for me. Right. And I think we're raised in a society that tries to convince you that there's something wrong with that.
Yeah, and I wonder in Christian circles too, of like we're supposed to be like the Lord, we're supposed to be like Jesus who died on the cross. And it's like, well, that's not the same thing as saying this is what you want. Like forgiveness isn't the same as giving stuff away for free. Like those are two different things. Like it doesn't equate.
No.
But there's like something inside Christian circles, and maybe that's because of the foundation of America. Maybe it was on that side, the Puritans or whatever it was. Like
we talked about it,
right? Like
I think puritanical Christianity changed Christianity in a lot of ways that I don't agree with.
Okay. Are you a mystical guy?
No.
You're not a mystic?
No. No.
Yeah, you're kind of figuring out what you are religion wise, or you're just kind of going
No. I can't tell you. So I consider myself to be a Mormon.
Okay.
I'm not the most Mormon-y Mormon.
You're more of a less man?
Yes. I'm a less one, not a Mormon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I absolutely love the religion and the ideology, and truly, I truly in my heart of hearts believe it's the closest ideology man has ever come up with to what could possibly be true.
Right.
I don't think there's anything even remotely close.
Right.
So a lot of my belief system's all based on my perception of what that is.
Cool.
Right.
Gotcha.
But I can't remember what we were talking about before you asked me that question.
Yeah. All kinds of good stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, and I think it's really important for a man, like no matter what comes next after this life, right? Whether it's something or nothing, doesn't matter. The fact is, you're here. You have one of it. I do think Christianity tries to, I know that like people, who's the guy that blinks like crazy and has a giant church down in Houston?
Oh.
I mean, he is the most blinking mother effer I've ever seen in my life.
Joel
Osteen, right? And I know
he gets $20 million mansion, which
he doesn't take a paycheck from his church.
He doesn't.
No.
Okay.
He invested in real estate when his dad had the church, and he made a fortune off. It drives me nuts that people try to shit on him for having money.
That's great. I mean, I don't care if you have money. It just if you've got a bunch of money because you built a mega church, it feels a little weird.
I would agree. So that's one thing I love about the Mormon faith is nobody's paid.
Right.
Everybody works a day job. Nobody's paid by the church, and I think but I don't think everything is pros and cons.
Right.
So the pro to that is I'm not poor donating my money to somebody so their kid can drive a Mercedes or go to Harvard or live in a bigger house than me. The negative to that is nobody's paid, so you get like the socialist equivalent of a product.
Yeah.
Because nobody's paid, right? I mean, you remove the incentive other than like goodwill, and you get begrudgingly goodwill. Like, I got all this shit to do for church, this week. And so you just kind of sometimes you get a half-assed product.
Yeah.
Unless you get one of these neurotic housewives who, has to go to the ends of the earth for everything. You've seen them in PTA and whatnot. So there's no middle ground. It's like you either get this insanely over-aggressively produced product, or you get, I'm tired, I'm worn out, I'm not being paid for it, it's not my job, I'm doing it on top of my job, my kids, my spouse, my PTA and everything else, and it's like, and I gotta go teach a Sunday school class, right? Yeah. So you get one or the other. But Joel Osteen, none of his money came from the church. I think he takes $1 or something like that in pay. Now, he does piggyback, like, because he has the church, he can produce a book. But I even think most of the profits of his book he donates. Yeah. But most of all of his money came from real estate.
That's good to hear. I know they helped a lot of people when there was a hurricane down there.
Well, yeah, but he gets shit on for that, too, because they didn't open up the church for all the displaced people to come live in.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I'm like, I don't, okay.
Yeah. But they wouldn't have showers. They wouldn't have.
Yeah, but my point is, exactly.
They wouldn't have the stuff.
Yeah. But my point is, I know that the prosperity Christianity gets a lot of crap. Yeah. But I think the poverty Christianity should get a lot of crap.
It should, for sure.
Like, one of my favorite quotes is, you know what the best way to help the poor is?
What?
Don't be poor.
Don't be poor. Just stop being poor.
Yeah, that is the best way.
That's the best advice for poor people?
Absolutely. Stop it. It's not hard.
Okay.
Pull your head out of your ass, take a look around, look at everything poor people do, and don't do it.
Go get a job.
Well, it starts with a job. It starts with not spending money on dumb shit. It starts with discipline. It starts with self-control. It starts with, stop listening to Democrats convincing you you're a victim of X, Y, and Z. Yeah. Right? Like, stop it.
Stop it.
It's not hard.
That's right. You need to be wearing like a big fat gold chain when you say that, so you can become famous real fast on TikTok. This rich guy says, "Just stop being poor."
Stop being poor.
Yeah, I mean that's a simplification of it, but yeah, I mean people. Like my wife was the first one to go to college in her family, like going back 3 generations. but they're not poor. They're responsible. My father-in-law is a farmer. He works so hard. You know, everybody in that family works so hard. So I guess, yeah, you can't equate college to poverty. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'll be YouTube famous too for saying that.
But there was a point in time in our country,
right,
where college was the pathway to get out of poverty.
Yeah.
Right. But like everything, right? Law of supply and demand. The more of something there is, the less value it has. The more of something there is, most likely, the lower the quality the product is.
The more knowledge people have, the more likely it's not. I don't lay that on me again.
Okay, so
I get the economics, but I just don't know that would equate to knowledge.
No. The more, so you said college,
right? College.
Right? So a college degree used to be the doorway into a good paying job,
right?
Well, if everybody has one, how does that make it? Is it still the doorway?
You'd have to have more than a college.
Yeah, because everything's about bringing something to the table that the next guy doesn't have. And if everybody has a college degree, I will tell you there's two things. One, you've devalued the college degree, and you devalued it by quantity that everybody has it. And two, I guarantee you have made it to where to get one didn't require the same things that it used to.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And there's numerous studies on this. They talk about the average grades that used to be distributed in college compared to today.
Yeah.
They talk about the type of degree that people used to get compared to today.
Right.
Not only does everybody have a degree, the actual degree is garbage. The process of getting educated has become ruined.
Right.
So not only when you walk in with your college degree, you're no different. You're not setting yourself apart from anybody anymore. You also got some bullshit that doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just devalued.
Just a piece of paper.
Yeah, it's like, right? Think about, take the television, for instance.
There it is.
How many TVs are a curved LG OLED? You ever seen one of those?
Couple. Yeah.
I got my first one years ago. It was 65 inches. It was $6,000.
Oh, yeah. Now they're...
All right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But even today, most are not OLEDs.
Right.
Right? The TVs become proliferated, right? But most of them are cheap.
Right.
They're $400.
Right.
$300, $250.
You get something amazing for $600. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I can still go get a really incredible television if I'm willing to pay the money for it.
Right.
So the more of something there is, most likely the market's been flooded with cheap, shitty knockoffs.
Yeah. I saw one now. It would be like a roll that you'd have at the top, and then it can roll down into the full length of your wall and not be projected, but they've got the bendable glass stuff now.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So my point is, there are college degrees worth having.
Right.
But the bulk of them are worthless.
Right. I think I'm on board with that. Yeah, I've got a 5-year-old kid, and it's like, do we save for college or do we just save for whatever she wants to learn? You know, she's got to. I'm running a business. I'll probably teach her how to handle things. She'll be able to take care of herself. I don't know that college really even helped me with my business, honestly.
Well, here, look at the path my son's going to be on.
Yeah.
He just graduated high school. And he's going down to apprentice at a diesel mechanic shop in Nixon, Missouri. And he's going to learn how to be a diesel mechanic and get certified.
Diesel?
Yep, diesel.
Nice.
Then he's moving on to learning how to run a shop.
Right.
And then he is going to go open up his own shop with the backing of the company behind him.
Yeah.
And so this kid is going into a blue-collar, non-college educated career path.
Yeah.
And he will most likely, before he's 30, own multiple $1-million shops.
Right. Why diesel instead of, I mean, you don't think EV is going to replace diesel anytime soon?
Oh, my goodness, no.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
How do you know? How can you be so sure of that?
My
That's
goodness.
the question.
Oh
man.
my goodness. Really?
I mean, I understand that it's a ways off, but you don't think it's ever going to replace like. I think fusion, the hydrogen, that looks pretty promising.
Yeah. Look, obviously, I would never say it's never going to.
Right.
Okay. But I've been a nerd for a long time.
Yeah.
Like 47 years or so. I don't know if a 2-year-old's a nerd, but I'll say from 3 on.
Okay.
In the back of Popular Mechanics magazine, so instead of looking at Playboys, I was looking at Popular Mechanics.
Good job.
They had ads for flying cars. They had articles about flying cars. Mm-hmm. Every time we were 5 years away from flying cars being a reality. Okay?
Yeah.
Global warming. Every 10 years, we are 10 years away from not being able to turn around. Global warming, yeah. When oil was discovered, the government published a study.
Yeah.
In my house, I believe science. That showed that we were 10 years away from running out of oil.
Yeah.
Okay? I think the world of Elon Musk. I think he is possibly the smartest human that has ever walked the earth.
Okay.
By a factor.
Yeah, we got to get him on your show.
Yeah, that'd be great. And I think you're plumb nuts if you think self-driving cars are going to become a standard in America.
Yeah.
Like, I drive a Tesla S Plaid. I have since December of 21.
Yeah.
It is the most incredible thing I've ever owned, technologically speaking. There's no way in hell it's going to drive through the snow or anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when it gets cold, the battery.
And I didn't have a problem with that. I'm just saying, like, when I'm driving down the freeway and I can barely see the lines on the freeway, you want me to think my car somehow with cameras is going to, like, figure it out?
Right. Oh, yeah, it's not going to,
There's not a chance.
It's not going to self-drive.
We're so far from it.
Right.
Like, and is it any wonder, hey, where do we do these at? San Francisco, Austin, Scottsdale.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Why are you not doing it in New York?
Right.
Or did they start one in New York? I think they might have started one in New York. I don't know. I've spent too much of my life getting sold some incredible, fantastic thing, and they'll tell you all the reasons why they're capable of it and how we're just around the corner doing it. And you want to know how often it happens? Like never.
Right. Yeah.
So.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I think I am excited. Especially with the global warming stuff and the mindset. People aren't having kids. They're so afraid that everything's going to fall apart. And it's like fear has gripped so many people that they're just afraid to even do what they want or say what they're not even allowed to want anything.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're just afraid that whatever it is wrong and it's going to break everything and ruin the economy.
Yeah.
And it's like this battle I've been playing out in my soul is a battle we've been playing out as a country.
Yes.
And it's, oh gosh, we have to believe that good is possible, that good things are possible.
Well, and that you wanting something is good.
Well, that you wanting something is good, right? Because people the oil companies, right? They want to make money, or they want to provide good energy. You could say, useful energy to power the whole economy is run on oil. So they're always looking for more. They're always looking for other opportunities.
Oil has reduced deaths due to natural causes.
Okay.
Not natural cause, that's the wrong word. Due to nature, like storms and floods and hurricanes, by 99% globally in the last 100 years.
Because
Oil did that.
People have more supplies. They're able to get what they need to survive.
From our building materials to the technology that supports you in hospitals.
Right.
Oil is literally one of the single greatest things that humans have ever deployed or made use of.
Right.
And we've allowed people to trash it. Oh my goodness, man. I just watched this video it's so okay. So you want to go down a rabbit hole? You want to go down a rabbit hole?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. This is the thing almost nobody realizes. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a great video. I'll send it to you on nuclear energy.
Nuclear.
We were building nuclear power plants at 3 per year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we've built 4 in like the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Radiation is not bad.
Okay.
Okay. You're at 5,000 feet.
Okay.
Someone who lives at 5,000 feet will absorb 2 times the radiation that you or I will.
Okay.
Now, do you know of anywhere that's at 5,000 feet?
5,000 feet.
It's about a mile. Is there a stadium?
Yeah, Colorado. They've got some.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they have lower cancer rates than most places.
Okay.
For someone to make the summit of Mount Everest,
right,
they absorb 3 years of radiation within a 7-week time span that the normal human does.
Is that like a different radiation though than nuclear radiation?
This video I'll show you, this guy actually eats uranium. All the people on the Manhattan Project, the scientists, no, it's not absorbable by the human body, and it's wildly radioactive.
Right, they've got that thing where they move
the
the
Geiger
screwdriver and it goes down, and they all are dead in like 3 months.
Yeah. The Manhattan Project, they were all carrying all that plutonium and uranium around with no means of protecting it themselves.
Yeah.
And none of them died
Okay.
early of cancer. So why would you be scammed into believing oil is bad and nuclear is bad?
Well, I mean, they have so many safeguards around nuclear. Like,
so forget it. So why would you be? What is?
Who would want to scam us?
Yes.
The Bohemian Grove, bro.
Okay, so here's what's really wild. Out of the 70s came a group of people, one of which was Barack Obama's environmental czar.
Oh, czar.
When asked if we could create cold fusion and produce unlimited energy to humanity, would that be a good thing?
That'd be great.
No, not to these people.
That's right, because
that is the absolute worst thing that can happen. They literally have stated, and it's on record, you can go watch it. There's a book called The Moral Case for Fossil Fuel.
Oh, wow.
And it has all these quotes from all these environmentalists in it.
Right.
They absolutely detest and hate humanity. It's the weirdest thing. They believe we are a scourge, we are a disease. One of them said that if he could come back reincarnated, he would hope to come back as a virus that would wipe humanity out.
That sounds demonic.
Very much so.
Yeah, that's
very much so. And so it's not that oil is bad. It's not that nuclear is bad. It's that either one of them is a legitimate, viable, easily portable, excellent source of energy. And the more energy humans use, the more humans flourish.
Okay.
And the more humans there can be. Right? And so all these crazy concepts like 2 hands, 2 kids, like the reduced birth rates and all the overpopulation scams and all of us running out of these natural resources and we're I remember as a kid watching Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
And there was an ad. In the amount of time you've watched this commercial, 47 trillion hectares of rainforest have been, clear cut off the face of the earth. Oh, no. And I remember like 12 years old going, how big's the rainforest?
Yeah.
Like in 15 seconds, they've wiped out that much of it. And we're doing that every 15 seconds.
A whole hectare?
It was like next week, there's no more rainforest?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like for sure.
Yeah. Oh, no, rainforests are fine.
Amazon's looking pretty good. Yeah.
Remember the Great Barrier Reef?
Right.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
It's doing really good now.
Oh, real good. It's bigger than it's ever been.
Right.
Oh, no, I thought it was dead. We killed it.
We don't understand the ebbs and flow of like temperature or
the North Pole and the South Pole, or both of them are going to be free of all ice.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more ice than ever.
Right. The Earth is losing its polarity, and everything's going to shift, and it's going to all fall apart.
Yeah.
It's because you need to be afraid.
Yeah. Yes.
It's actually wise to be afraid. It's better that if you're afraid, because then you can be safe. It's better.
That's right.
Yeah.
Safe society is a compliant society.
Right. Oh, man.
Oh, that took a wild turn, but you got to read The Moral Case for Fossil Fuel, and then that.
Moral Case for Fossil Fuel.
Yeah, and then that sent me down another rabbit hole where I actually ordered this book. It's like $180, and it's not even really a book. It's a compilation of 50 different scientific studies.
Okay.
All on the environment.
Huh.
And it's all hard. It's physical science.
I've got one that's 10 societal trends every young person should know, or something like that. And it's a UN report about violence being down globally the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Poverty being down globally. Malnutrition being down. Like everything is getting better. Like war is getting, like we're hearing more about war, but technically like war is actually less. There's less war now than you know.
And what is the cause of all of this positive things going on in the world?
Are you going to say
oil? Oil's a byproduct of it.
Okay. What's causing all of the good things?
Let's go all the way back to the very beginning of this conversation, right? You talked about puritanical Christianity and you acknowledging you want something and how it's not bad, and you're wondering what all these causes are, right? Is there not a parable involving people and talents?
Right. You had mentioned the closest way to be.
That's just my opinion. The closest way to become like God.
Right. But I think. Which owning a business, yes, but if that's your calling, I don't think that would be the closest way, because I think as we get closer to the Lord, it burns up the things in us that aren't from Him, right? Like it burns up the wrong ideas you have about yourself, about others, about how He made you, about what you want and what you think you want. Like in order to get close to the Lord, you have to let that stuff that He didn't make fall away, right? And
sure.
So it's like more of the goodness. And really, if you look at it, even in the Old Testament, it's like the goodness of the Lord it's obvious everywhere. Like,
yeah.
And so what is causing all of these good things to happen around the world? People pursuing the goodness of the Lord that they put in their soul, or how would you're going to phrase it differently, I'm guessing. Like people pursuing the pursuit of happiness as understood from the Constitution of, right? Like happiness isn't just, I feel good, I'm watching a movie. Happiness is freedom combined with responsibility. You know, like, I'm spinning here.
No. I don't think there's a wrong answer.
Right.
I have my opinion.
What do you think?
Okay. Capitalism.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Which came about from.
I mean,
yeah.
To me, all
people
the other
pursuing what they want.
Absolutely.
Right.
And here's what's amazing about it, right? So if capitalism, you and me, we decide I'm going to buy some doors from you, you offer me a price for them, I agree to it, you come and do it. That's capitalism.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Right.
It's two people being freely able to enter into an exchange of goods or services with one another without government interference.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, every other ism, right?
Sure.
Say socialism or communism.
Okay.
I'm going to produce something and you're going to take it from me and redistribute it. Right?
Yeah.
Now, what if I tell you no?
We'll just kill you, I guess. Or
Absolutely.
Put you in jail.
But if I don't go to jail, then what do you do?
We'll kill you.
Then you'll kill me.
Yeah.
Every other ism is enforced at the end of a gun.
Right.
And it's the government with the gun. It's the mob that unites against the individual with a gun, holds to their head, and steals from them. This is the benevolent Democrat platform.
Oh, baby.
We will hold a gun to your head. We will steal from you because when we do it as a mob, it's no longer theft. If we come together as a mob to steal from you,
If there's enough people that want what you
Yep.
have.
There's enough people that want what you have. It's not theft anymore. It's called taxes.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. And if you refuse to comply, we will kill you.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Sounds like a bad deal.
I would think anybody could recognize that that's a bad deal.
Yeah.
But so many people don't.
Right.
But what's really interesting to me is, take, for instance, India. I have a person I know that started a charity there and helping the lepers.
Yeah.
But specifically the women lepers.
Yeah.
But before it got into that, they would stop and they would use pocket knives and they'd cut out the dead rotting flesh and the maggots and they would try and heal them up. And people were not healing. And it's going to sound really crazy, okay? But this American woman goes to the Indian doctor and says, hey, I don't know what to do. This doesn't make any sense to me. Why are these wounds not healing up? Like, these people aren't taking care of them, taking care of these wounds when we're not here to treat them. What do we do? And the gentleman, it was interesting. He said, you should go talk to my wife. And him and his wife were both doctors from India. They're on their team helping him. So she goes and talks to the man's wife, and the lady looks at her and she goes, charge them. And the American white woman was like, charge them? I can't charge them. They live in these colonies. They beg for money. They're deformed. They're blind. They're how can I? It'd be this moral injustice.
Yeah.
For me to charge them. Right? And she looked at her, the Indian lady, and said, you people come over here from America. And whatever it is that drives you, you want to take this person from being a beggar on a street corner and turn them into a beggar to you. How are you helping them? Charge them.
Something.
So she started charging 2 rubles.
Yeah.
That's about 1.5 US cents. And you want to know what the impact was?
Everybody did it.
All of a sudden, you would think you shouldn't need a monetary incentive to care for your body, right?
Right.
Yet look at every fat, morbidly obese, type 2 diabetic getting their toes cut off, their foot cut off, their leg cut off, their knee cut off, their thigh cut off.
Right. Respect, self-respect.
I don't know what it is, right? Somebody smarter than me, some psychologist, somebody that spends their time studying. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But the people from India understood capitalism better than the freaking American woman from America. It gets better.
Okay.
She has to learn the lesson over and over again.
Oh.
They start a school.
Yeah.
For the girls.
For free.
Absolutely.
And not to go anywhere.
Well, it was really interesting. The girls would attend up until about 12 or 13. Huh. They'd go home for summer and never come back.
Okay.
Because their parents sold them off to their 55-year-old uncle as wife number 47 or whatever.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes to the doctor again. She's like, we need to do something.
Right. Charge them.
Charge them. She's like, oh, this can't be the answer to everything. No, it's the answer to everything.
Yeah.
Right? So now this one she did a little bit differently. They started to charge 1,200 rupees a year. But what they did is they told the parents, if your daughter attends all the way through graduation and goes to college, we will take that 1,200 rupees a year that you've been paying, that we've set aside in a bank account that's been earning interest, and we will return it to you in full.
For college payments or just return it?
Nope, just return it to the family. If your daughter makes it through graduation and goes off to college, we'll return it to you. Yeah. Guess who stopped getting sold off to their uncle?
Right.
All the girls.
There you go.
There's skin in the game. There's money. Right? So I think it's interesting, right? Liberals love to trash Christians because we won't vote for a government program, and they'll always use the story of the Good Samaritan.
Right.
And yet the story of the Good Samaritan isn't that this traveler saw a man on the side of the road who was sick and hurt and homeless. And so he went into the town, he formed a coalition, he ran for mayor, he instituted an excise tax, and then he formed the housing department of Nazareth or Samaritan or whatever the hell it was, right? Samaritan. And then built some Section 8 housing and moved the guy off the street into it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
The story is that the individual took of their time and their money to care for their neighbor.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. I'm all for taking care of each other. You know,
well, you have to, right?
And I've heard people say,
and that's what I think you do as a business owner.
They'll say, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Is it not?
Sure.
Aren't you putting yourself in a position to carry the responsibility, the weight, to have to make the tough decisions, to have to budget, to have to go into debt, to have to learn and grow and work long hours and work weekends and work nights to allow other people not to have to do it?
Right.
Are you not in service of your fellow man as a business owner?
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
I think it's the closest you can be to becoming like God in this life.
Right. Taking on responsibility to make things easier for other people.
And I don't think it should be to make things easier. I think it should be to allow them to pursue what fulfills them in this life, right? It shouldn't necessarily be easier. Well, I don't think life's about easy. Like, I don't think you're here. I don't think
removing some of the obstacles.
Yeah. But I'm going to take, right? What did Christ do for us on the cross, right? He took things upon him that we can't take upon ourselves.
Right.
The ultimate act of service, right?
Yeah.
Every business owner takes things upon themselves that the people that work for them are not capable of taking upon themselves.
All right.
Right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and I haven't valued that. I haven't valued that. Not just monetarily, but even just in my own value of myself. Right? So yeah, I mean it is doing something someone else is unwilling to do.
Yeah. And I know there's a lot of quotes that I just really don't like because I think they miss the mark, right? And one of them is, do today what no one else will, so you can live tomorrow how no one else can.
Right.
Well, you know what? I got news for you. Like, I drive the fastest car ever made.
Yeah.
Right? The only car I keep up with it's $3.2 million.
Let's go get one.
Yeah. I live on 10 acres in an almost 10,000 square foot house that's got a theater and a gym and a pool and a gun room and a shooting range and
nice.
You know,
we should be there right now.
That's
where we should be recording.
Well, my point is, it's like that ain't it.
Right. Right. What is it?
Like having somebody like achieve more because of the mentorship or help or support or teachings or education that you gave them.
Right.
Right. Like being able to, like, oh my God, right now I feel like a king. I'm helping my girlfriend buy business.
Is that the meeting before?
Yeah, for a lot of money.
Oh, great.
I mean, we're talking millions.
Nice.
All right. And it's just awesome to get to be in a position. Like, this is more satisfying than I'm not making anything.
Yeah.
Right. Normally, I think on a deal like this, I'd be paid almost $400.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's my girlfriend, so you wave it. But it's like, it's so incredible to like get to see the culmination of your life's work come together, right? And it's interesting to me the times that you get to see that, because for some reason you don't see it as much when you're doing it for actual money. For some reason it's like having like this fresh set of eyes. And today I brought in my team. I brought in one of the top M&A attorneys at one of the largest law firms in America.
Yeah.
And I brought in one of the best business brokers in the Midwest, and we went through all the numbers and just broke down the deal, and we wrote her LOI and just all this kind of stuff, right?
Nice.
And it's like, you just kind of, sometimes you catch yourself off guard, like, wow, I know a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And you're connected to a lot of people.
Right.
And these people like you so much, not a single person came into the day and charged her for anything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so here I am completely contradicting my previous story about
I
charging.
know. I was like, hey, dude, what?
Wait a minute.
It's yeah.
But it's like it's like that feels so much better,
Right.
than making money. Now, if I was broke and hungry and starving and homeless, that wouldn't feel good,
Right.
right? Somebody once told me you have to feed someone physically before you can feed them spiritually. And it's one thing I love. Utah started, and they've been wildly successful with it, a program called Home First.
Okay.
And so previously, you'd put all these moral requirements on homeless people. You have to not be doing drugs and not be beating somebody and not be an alcoholic and blah, 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 get a job or whatever, right? Or show people that you're doing that.
Yeah.
And Utah flipped it on end. And Utah said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to give them a home first. And then we're going to open up the pathways to counseling and rehab and work and all the rest of it. And it's wildly successful.
Wow. Like tiny home?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they
yeah.
were all doing with it, but for someone to have like a foundational place of operation
Yeah, that makes sense.
was key to achieving success in other areas of life and getting back on track.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what the heck that had to do with what
So
we're
interesting. Yeah, I wonder if there's any kind of charge or responsibility or something required to be in the home.
Yeah. I mean, there would have to be
You need
otherwise.
some kind of, you need to pursuing something. They're not going to just let you stay there and do cocaine for 20 years.
No. That is one of the craziest.
Probably meth, though. It probably wouldn't be cocaine. Cocaine's the rich people
It's
drug.
rich people drug.
Yeah. Not that I would know.
I like the cocaine. That's amazing stuff.
Yeah. Never.
It's good for regulating ADD.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
I think, is it Ritalin kind of like a cocaine?
It's an upper.
Well, then I know what's up already. Yeah. Yeah, Ritalin, baby.
Now, did you do Ritalin or did you just do, what's the other one?
Adderall?
I love Ritalin. I don't find Adderall to be all that
Ritalin was
great.
better to me than Adderall.
Absolutely.
Adderall made me feel like, ugh.
Yeah.
And anxious.
Yeah.
Didn't
Oh,
like it.
okay. So, when I was in high school, energy drinks weren't a thing yet.
Yeah.
And my parents worked for some multi-level marketing company that had a powdered energy drink that was coming on the market.
Yeah.
And I made the absolutely wrong mistake of popping a Ritalin and drinking that energy drink.
Yeah, baby.
And I didn't know if I was about to just spontaneously run a marathon or have a heart attack and keel over dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, all day. That's just like, chest is pounding out of my, I'm just like, I think I'm going to die. Like, and I just felt like I needed to expel all this energy. And yeah, that was some crazy stuff.
Yeah, man. We gave a kid once energy bars that we were babysitting right before it was time for bed, and the kids picked him up once. I guess he was doing laps around the house, and we were like, we didn't give him anything. Oh, yeah, this says energy bar. Oh,
Yeah.
oops.
Yeah. Here, I got a question for you while we're on this previous topic, all right?
Okay.
So, would you say, let's say you had the money to buy a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Is that a moral purchase or an immoral purchase?
I just don't. I'm not a car guy.
Okay. What do you like?
I mean, I'm not.
Something material. What's something material that you think is you handcrafted this fine leather merce?
Make a bag, yeah, a merce. It's got a handle. It's a briefcase.
Oh, briefcase.
Yeah.
Do you like leather goods or
I
is
do.
there?
I do like leather stuff.
Okay.
Sure. Want a motorcycle? Sure.
Motorcycle.
I
like
don't think it's
motorcycles?
immoral. I don't think it's moral or immoral. I don't think it's either.
Okay.
I mean, because you could do the whole. Well, you could have spent that money, donated that to whatever.
Yeah.
I don't
Think of
know.
all the poor people all the starving kids in Gaza you could have fed.
That's like the worst.
Are Are you laughing about the starving kids in Gaza?
I'm laughing about, yeah. I'm laughing about being on this podcast and being connected with starving kids in Africa and laughing. I don't know, man. Yeah, is every dollar that we spend a moral decision? Is the question? Is that the question?
I mean, I think that's an interesting place to take it.
I guess it depends on what you found.
Stick to let's say motorcycle, right?
Okay.
Now let's say there's motorcycles out there that are hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, fully custom.
Yeah.
Is that purchase moral or immoral? Should you have spent and see, and here's the interesting thing. Should you spend 100? Should you spend 50? Should you spend 30, 20, 10, 5, a grand?
Yeah. What gives it the intrinsic value?
And what makes it at what point of spending money does it become an immoral, obscene thing? Right? So I was watching the TV show Hunting Wives.
Okay.
And he busts out a $25,000 bottle of bourbon. And the woman he's about to pour a glass for, her and her husband are from Boston, and they're liberals, and they've moved to Texas.
Right.
Right? And she's like, that's just stupid. And then she tastes it, and she's like, oh, my goodness, that's good. Right?
Yeah.
So $25,000 for bourbon, $200,000 for a motorcycle, $1 million for a car, right?
Yeah.
Are any of these things immoral or moral?
Yeah, where are you going?
Or neither?
It's an interesting question. Super interesting question.
All right. Let me. If you don't want to answer right,
I just don't. My morality would be based on the Bible. So and what I think the Lord says, and there's not a lot of because Jesus told the tax. He was happy that the tax collector gave back half of everything he owned, but then he told the rich young ruler to give everything. So it wasn't like everybody got the same rule with their money. So I don't know. I'm curious on the like why you're asking that question.
No, so I kind of joke that capitalism is my one true religion.
Right. It kind of feels like that.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty clear about it.
Yeah.
Right? I believe that God gave us the single greatest human right we have that we're all dying to give away as quickly as possible.
Okay.
And that's our agency.
Okay.
I also believe the individual is the single greatest minority in need of protecting.
Okay.
All right. And I think that people love to come up with bullshit to mask and hide the things they can't have or don't get to have or don't get to do or don't want to try for or don't want or can't accomplish or fail at or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And we love to do an us versus them. We love to look at people that have more than us and assign negative characteristics to them.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, that makes us feel good as a people.
That's so stupid.
Okay.
It's like I don't feel I'm going fast enough unless I'm passing other people on the highway, right? Like,
right? Yeah, isn't that weird?
Right. It's weird.
Yeah. So here's a thought exercise, right? So let's just make it a little simpler. You're a carpenter.
Okay.
Okay. We'll go with the Bible theme. Okay. Now, are you familiar with Jeff Bezos' desk when he started Amazon?
Bezos. His desk?
Yeah.
He worked.
Did you just sing the song?
I did, Jeffrey Bezos. His garage, right? Didn't he start out of his garage?
Well, it was actually at the time that he was
Amazon
interviewed. Yep, the Amazon guy. At the time that he was interviewed, and they showed you his desk, he was actually above like a neat rehab free needle place.
Okay.
Yeah, he had. It was crazy.
Good for him, man.
Yeah.
Start somewhere.
Yeah, he did. It was a door, and he had cut 2x4s and nailed them on his legs. That was his desk. Okay.
Right.
It worked, did it not?
Yeah. Yeah. He held the paper.
Yeah.
And the computer. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. If my intent, and this is socialism, this is capitalism, not capitalism, this is socialism and communism, right?
Yeah.
Where my purpose is to build the cheapest, most functional thing there is. Yeah. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, on the other end of the spectrum,
Yeah, I mean, there's beauty in design. There's value in.
Well,
yeah.
So do you get to develop yourself? If you are only allowed, whether through law or whether through societal guilt,
okay,
you are only allowed to manufacture and sell the cheapest absolute product.
Yeah, right.
Because all other money should be going to help poor people.
Right.
Right?
Okay. Pursuit of excellence is important.
Well, it's not just pursuit of excellence, right? We're talking, where do you have the money to experiment, to have the time to experiment with new tradecraft?
Right.
New types of coatings, new types of paint, new methods of joining the woods together in the corners, right? Where do you get, so if you've been given a talent and you were supposed to develop it,
right,
which I believe we are.
Yeah.
Okay. If no one will buy my $10,000 table,
right,
I cannot fulfill and develop my talent.
Right.
If no one will buy my $3.2 million Bugatti, think of all the different engineers and all the different artisans and all the different craftsmen who have spent a lifetime developing materials, methods of forming those materials.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Right. They've got new wheels now for the Mars rover that can't ever go flat. They're made of some kind of metal. I'm wondering how long before that's on the Earth here.
Yeah.
They're probably like $100,000 a piece right now. But
yeah, it'll come down.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting to me, right? That for some reason it's been created in the minds of people.
Power tools were developed from space age development.
Really?
Yeah, power tools, battery tool technology, because they couldn't have power cords outside the space station, so they developed tools
that ran on battery packs?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. So, again, why do I love capitalism?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because capitalism is, if you want to pay me to build the $10,000 door, or table, you can do so. And there's no one there telling you that it's wrong, it's immoral. And I get to, as an artisan, I get to actually do the work that warrants that. I actually had a friend of mine who made door jams.
Yeah.
Door jams. Door jams.
Okay.
That would involve 700 individual pieces of wood.
That's a lot of jam. Yeah.
A lot of jam on that door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
700 pieces. Probably some kind of artistic.
Oh, it was all wildly artistic. And he's doing Regis Philbin's home and all these like famous people. But like, who would ever think when you set out, like you're a kid, you start working in wood, you're a carpenter.
Right.
And if anybody told you your niche, you're gonna create a niche and it's gonna be door jams.
Right.
And you're gonna be famous and rich.
Right.
Doing nothing but door jams.
Right.
Right?
That's famous and rich doing door jams.
You'd be like, get the hell out of here.
Right.
Right? But that's what I love about capitalism.
Yeah.
And I love it world over. There's a great organization called Opportunity International.
Yeah.
With $30 million raised.
Okay.
They 97% female, third world countries. They help them establish a micro business. They help them learn to run it legitimately, where they track their numbers and have books and produce profit and all of it.
Yeah.
And they get them to where these women are running this business so correctly that they can then go to a traditional institution of lending and borrow money to expand. And this organization has taken $30 million and turned it into like $2.2 billion.
I want to hear so much more about that. So before I walked in here today, I had the thought that I'd love to put the cash advance people out of business, like the checking to cash people. They are just, I don't know what you think about them, but those exorbitant interest rate guys are destroying people's lives. And it sounds like, so that story that you're saying, it sounds like that's something that could actually potentially put those guys out of business. I don't know, but
so here's the question, right? Anytime you see something like that, I would tell you it's worth exploring why and how it exists.
Check into cash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The payday advance, because it's insanely high rates of interest.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
But I'm willing to bet you, and in fact, I bet you we can find this out right now, the profit margins aren't any higher than any other business.
Yeah, how many loans are defaulted on?
Well, and so that's my point, right? Is anytime if you see something, so I always tell people when it comes to money, leave good and bad to church.
Interesting.
Right? When you see something functioning a certain way.
Yeah.
Right? If your assignment of what's morally correct is correct.
Okay.
Or what's morally wrong about something is correct.
Okay.
Then why isn't there an alternative? See, if those interest rates are exorbitant,
right?
Somebody would have, and it's a huge business.
Yeah.
So why has no one come along and offered a lower interest rate? Because the market would force that to happen.
Right, but what's the root of the problem that they're trying to solve? There might be a different answer to the problem that they're trying to solve. Assuming they have. Yeah, I guess you assume that they're trying to solve a problem.
Well, of course. I mean, they can't not be solving a problem, or there'd be no business.
Right. So
all business is solving a problem. The problem is you have people who, and I'm going to get myself canceled for this. They'd rather get a tattoo, go to a concert, buy a beer at the bar,
right, and pay their light bill,
than save money, and live below their means and get out of debt. Right.
So tell me more about this lady that raised $30 million and.
Well, the entity, it's not a woman. The entity is called Opportunity International.
Oh, they're primarily helping women.
97% of everybody they make loans to
Opportunity International.
Yeah. So, according to ChatGPT, a payday lender's net margin, which is high, 20 to 30%, is higher than a bank's, which is 10 to 15, but lower than software.
Yeah.
So,
So the question should be, is there a better way to help those people?
And if not, why isn't anyone doing it? Yeah. Because if 20 to 30 is pretty high, I'd probably like to run a business making 15. So go undercut them by half and have us wildly successful instant overnight business.
Right.
Oh, but nobody does.
Right.
That tells you something.
Okay.
Right? Like I always love it when some, usually Democrat is, bitching about some aspect of the economy they think is unfair.
Okay.
Well, why don't you go fix it? You think there's something wrong with homes costing $500,000 for a starter home? Heck, go start a construction company and start building $100,000 homes for everybody. Come on.
I know, man.
You can do it.
Gosh, making 1,200 square foot houses, it's hard to make any money doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might go as far as say it's impossible.
Right. Yeah.
And you want to know why it's impossible? Because all the bullshit you voted for makes it impossible.
All the red tape, you want to have safety standards, you want to have, but yeah.
If those safety standards protect one kid.
Well, like engineering safety standards,
So we made sure every kid died and they just can't afford a house.
Yeah.
But no one is dying.
Right. Man. I don't know, man. I'm excited. I'm excited. I think there's something big still coming this year for me. We'll see. I don't know. I am like my mindset's just shifted. It does feel like the sky's the limit right now.
It is. There is no limit to your capability.
I just want to carry everything that I can,
So there's something that you have to do in order to do that.
Right.
You ever work out? I try not to, but
yeah,
occasionally I get suckered into it.
Yeah.
And have you ever noticed how if you tell yourself you're going to go to 10 reps,
right,
8 gets really hard.
Yeah, for sure.
And if instead you told yourself you'd go to 12 reps,
right,
10 would get really hard.
Right.
And obviously this isn't true across the board. It's not like you can just infinitely do reps.
Right.
I get it.
Right, for sure.
Right? But everybody that's worked out has noticed that sometimes it's the number that we set in our mind. The mental is the problem.
Sure.
And so there's a great book on scaling. I think scaling.com. Benjamin Hardy. Yeah, I think that's the guy. But he actually says it's easier to scale 1,000x or 10x than 2x. And it just has to do with all the fruity sayings of shoot for the stars and maybe you'll hit the moon.
Shoot for the galaxy.
Yeah. Yeah. But like, yeah. So you're thinking about what you got coming up ahead of you, right?
Oh man. There's something on the train, man. The train's moving forward.
But what that something has to be,
right,
is something so far beyond anything you can think of.
Right.
Something so far beyond anything you think you're capable of.
Which is why I was thinking maybe I could take on these advanced check to cash guys, but that's not the.
No, why? Why not?
I could maybe there is a better way to do it, because maybe there's a better way to help these guys, but
no.
Now you can't help if the people are just going to be making dumb decisions. It's like, how can you help? I don't know how you can help somebody that just doesn't understand.
No. But hang on. Look, let's go down a thought exercise.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So why would taking on the check cashing people fulfill you?
Because it sounds impossible.
It does, but there was something else that I think you talked about.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do want to protect. Well, because I like that it sounds impossible, but I do want to be a tree that protects a lot of animals, right?
Yes.
Like I do want to protect a lot of people, and I see chaos. I also like bringing order to chaos, and order in emergency situations, and that's payday loan stuff. Like those people, they need the money, probably not just. There's some kind of chaos in their life, and they need help somehow. So
now, okay, so let's say this next step.
Right.
Do you create a business that solves their chaos?
Right.
Or do you take on the payday lending people who are patching the chaos?
Right. But are they patching the chaos? Yeah, I guess I haven't done the research to really know if
they could be patching the chaos with a patch that creates further chaos.
Right, exactly.
That's how you're viewing it.
That's how I view it. Yep.
Okay. So, the bigger mission is to bring the light of Christ to the world. And you'd probably eliminate the need for
bring heaven to earth. Bring heaven to earth, that's right.
Right. But since we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
As a business.
Right.
Let's deal with the patch that causes more patches required.
Right.
The payday lend itself.
Right.
Now, how do you think you could take them on? What do you think has changed about the world that would enable you to more efficiently and effectively make loans, prevent default, get a return of your capital, and do it all for less of an exorbitant interest rate?
How would that help the world?
No, we already know it would help the world.
Okay.
What's changed about the world that might allow you to do this in such a unique and different way?
AI, baby.
Okay, how would AI do it?
Dude, what has changed about the world that would help be able to do that? Honestly, what has has changed about the world? It feels like there would need to be a crazy amount of cash. What would make it possible? If I had $1 billion, I could maybe figure out a way to do it.
Well, we don't have $1 billion.
Yeah, like,
and the only thing you'd figure out how to do is burn $1 billion.
That's exactly what would happen. Yeah. Yeah, man, we're paving new ground here. I'm not.
Let me throw an idea.
I'm not sure, man.
Let me throw an idea.
Yeah.
What if you built a peer-to-peer lending platform, very similar to Uber? It was crypto.
Okay.
Everybody that borrowed money, you had two ends of it: people who would borrow money, people who would loan money.
Okay.
Everybody has a unbreakable ID, so they can't create multiple accounts.
Be tax deductible.
Forget any of that for a second. Right?
Two weeds.
Right.
Okay.
So you have an account. It's linked up to you as a person, maybe through Face ID or something like that.
Sure.
Right? Your transaction and repayment history and timeliness of payment history is all there for everybody to see. There's an algorithm that ranks that.
This doesn't exist?
I have no idea if it does or not. I'm just
we can't let this go out until I create it.
Spinning shit out of my head. Right? The algorithm measures their timeliness of repayment.
Yeah.
And repayment history, scores them on a scale of 1 to 5, like 4.8, 4.9, whatever.
Their social credit score, it's great.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. Right?
Yeah.
And then that person, that profile, when they need money, they can go click and request money.
Okay.
Other people on the other side of the house,
they give money. They could set
can lend
their
money.
risk tolerance on what level of risk they're willing to take on, and you can rank the borrowers by some kind of risk.
And the
level.
algorithm could suggest interest rates based on the rating.
Yeah.
Right? And the better your rating, the lower the interest rate you pay.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you've just moralized lending. Right? Because if somebody's paying 30% interest on that scenario, wouldn't you say they deserve to be?
Right.
It's a huge risk for me to lend that person money. They're a 4.5 or 4.3 or whatever the bottom of the barrel would be, right?
Yeah.
But somebody that's really, truly just fell on hard times and they're a good person and they take their money seriously, well, they might have a 4.8.
Right.
4.9. They might have a 5.0. Right. And they might be at 8, 9, 10% interest rate.
Right.
Still high.
Right.
Right?
That's a good idea, Osmond. Let's do that. Let's make that happen.
No, I don't want to, but there, I just gave you you wanted to take on payday loans. I just told you how to do it.
Let me get something together and then I'll present it to you and we can get all the business people you've got to fund it and make it happen.
Yeah. No, but this is what I love, right? So anytime I hear somebody complain about something,
right,
my response is, well, why don't you go fix it? Any complaint you have is a business.
Okay, yeah.
Every complaint.
Yeah.
Right?
Squeaky doors.
My wife doesn't have sex with me enough. Well, what do you think prostitution's for?
Okay.
Every complaint, there's a business for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, my kids are starving. Well, plant some food. Start a farm. I swear to you, there's a patch of grass somewhere.
That's why capitalism is your religion.
Yeah, there's community gardens. I walked past so many community gardens in Waldo, and you want to know what they all look like? Shit.
Yeah.
Somebody had a bright idea to start one, and guess what poor people don't want to do? The work required to eat produce.
Yeah. Right. My wife has a beautiful garden.
That's awesome. But she works her ass off.
Tomatoes. She loves it, man.
Yeah.
Tomatoes. We had hummingbirds there yesterday. That was awesome. We just had a little fireplace going. Hummingbirds. It's beautiful. You
gonna start a payday loan business?
I'm gonna start a payday loan business, it sounds like. I would be interested in connecting with that company, working with the ladies for sure.
Hang on. I'm gonna build it for you right now. Want to watch me build this business in real time?
Yeah. AI, here we go.
All right, we're building a peer-to-peer payday loan platform with crypto contract integration. We're going to do borrower scoring, bidding mechanics, and blockchain functionality.
Call it J-Bucks. Baller. Backseat loans? That doesn't sound right.
Where you work the loan off in the back seat. We've just built the back end. We're calling it crypto credit.
Okay.
Right now we're doing all the visuals.
Oh. Is that ChatGPT?
No.
What is that?
Replit.
Replit.
Yeah. I built some crazy stuff with Replit.
Okay.
I built taxdeductions.com with Replit.
Okay. Well, what's
which I haven't launched yet.
Oh.
Taxdeductions.com. I built this website. You'll be able to log in, create a user ID, upload your tax return. AI scans your tax. It's all, the website's done. I just got to launch it. Scans your tax return and determines how many tax deductions you need to reduce your taxes to zero. And then sells you blocks of tax deductions, $100,000 at a time. Every $100,000 in tax deductions costs $5,000.
Okay.
So 20 grand, gets you 400,000 in deductions.
Yeah.
50,000 gets you $1 million.
Okay.
And so basically, you just put in your information, pay the credit card, and you wipe out your taxes.
Boom.
Shalaka-laka. All right, here you go. You want to see it?
Yeah, man. Replicate?
Replit.
Replit.
Yeah, check that out. So, anyways, this is what I love about life today is
nice, man.
We're literally living in the world of the easy button.
Let me send this to myself.
Did you see where you put in stuff?
Yeah. There's already a history of stuff going on already.
Yeah, so here we got a loan amount. You can put in what you want, the amount of time you want to pay it back. Describe what the purpose is. You can see here this person borrowed $5,000 on a 30-day term at 12.5. And then see here that they have a $2,500 loan. People are still bidding on it. And right now the best rate that anybody's been willing to give them is 11.8%. And there's 3 bids on it.
Nice.
So then I'd come along and I'd be like, hey, I'm willing to give you that for 11.5.
Right.
And then somebody else, I'll give that to you for 11. So by opening the bidding up, this is one of the things that would really help people is it's forcing the interest rate down.
Yeah.
To a market viable rate.
Right. Instead of something that's based on some person at the Fed deciding what is and should be the rate.
Yeah. I want the market to determine what that person's paying.
Right.
I want one of their peers. So one of my overriding belief systems, and we got to wrap this up, is that the closer to the source of the problem, the people creating the solution, the better the solution.
Right.
I think it's why everything that comes out of DC is such bullshit. Right?
Yeah, the founding fathers knew that too.
They did. It was why the federal government was not supposed to be doing hardly anything at all.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. But it's also why your HOA can determine the color of your house.
Ugh, gosh.
Right. But if you don't like your HOA, just move out of it.
That's right. Don't move into HOA.
Yeah. But what I love about peer-to-peer lending, where you put the bidding in it, is individuals get a look and see what that person's history is. Mm-hmm. And go, hey, yeah, I'd loan this for 11.5. And somebody else can come along and be like, I got spare money lying around. I'll loan it for 11.
Yeah.
I think that's how you defeat the payday loan people.
One person's feeling a little generous. The other person's there to make money.
Yeah. And somebody might have more money on hand. They may be willing to take more of a risk.
That's right. Exactly.
That's capitalism, baby.
Right. Or they have more money around, so that doesn't feel like as much of a risk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, all right, there we go. We just solved. You're going to launch. When are you going to have your payday loan company up and running?
Next January 1st.
January 1st.
That's right.
All right.
You heard it here, baby. J-Bucks.
J-Bucks.
J-Cred.
There you go.
And we'll spend some time on the name.
Yeah. Samaritan lending.
Ooh.
Because it's peer-to-peer.
Yeah.
It's not forced.
Peer-to-peer, it's not forced.
It's fellow man looking out for their fellow man and being willing to spot them some cash.
You're in a hard spot. Here's somebody who's willing to help up a Samaritan.
Yeah, you're on the side of the road, been beaten down, right?
Yeah, it's the Samaritan is somebody that people didn't look at well, right?
Yep. They judged them. They didn't like them. They didn't like the Samaritans.
So many preconceived
They probably ate a lot of curry and didn't bathe.
Yeah. Gotta take baths. You gotta take a shower.
Especially if you eat curry.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah. Awesome.
And risking getting canceled.
Yeah, totally, Elliot.
Yeah.
I think everybody that joins you risks getting
canceled. I think so. I think so. Luckily, what are they going to do? None of us work for anybody. We can't be fired.
That's true. Yeah. I guess so.
And I don't know about you, but I don't have an HR department.
I'm not that big yet. But
See?
Someday. Maybe.
No HR? I'll never have an HR.
Yeah.
HR is a scourge of the earth.
I've been seeing just a big building, man. I think about the future, and I'm seeing a big building, and I've never seen that before. Anyway, I'm stoked.
Awesome. Good work. All right.
Thanks, Elliot.
Report back in later. See you, buddy.